Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, MLB fans. Today we are doing the 2025 prediction video. I'm going to do all the standings for all the divisions, and then we're going to do top 3 predictions for MVP, Rookie of the Year, Manager of the Year, Cy Young, all the good stuff. I'm going to give you my predictions, and we'll see at the end of the year how close I was nailing these as we're doing them here on February 21st before the season gets going. Spring training games have started. Cardinals have one tomorrow. The first TV game is Sunday. I'm super excited about that. I hope your teams are playing this weekend and you get to watch some baseball. I'm ready for spring to get here. I'm ready for this weather to get warm. But mostly I'm ready for my wife to be home from the hospital. It's looking like maybe next Wednesday, possibly. And man, I miss her like the dickens. So I know that doesn't have anything to do with the baseball video today, but let's get into this 2025 prediction video right here on Bucks Baseball Podcast.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Up first, we have the AL East. Yankees, of course, I have them winning it. I've already done a video on that. Red Sox, I like them a lot. I think they're going to push the Yankees this year. The Orioles, they could push the Yankees. I don't know. I just don't think they have the starting pitching to do so. I know we've talked about this. And then I got the Blue Jays in 4th and the Rays in 5th. This is probably one of the easiest divisions that I really have thought about to do, and it's pretty cut and dry for me. So the AL East, Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Blue Jays, Rays. AL Central, as you know, I have the Tigers predicted to win that. Royals will probably push them and could even win it pretty easily. Guardians, same way. I think they could push for the division. It's kind of a toss-up with those 3 teams. But then after that, it's the Twins and the White Sox dead last. I don't like the Twins or the White Sox teams this year at all, but I do love the Tigers, the Royals, and the Guardians. But I think the Tigers are the head of the class. But the Royals starting pitching holds up. Tigers could be in trouble, but they still have Tariq Skubal in Detroit last I looked. So, and they brought back Jack Flaherty. So I still like the Tigers. All right, AL West, even as much as I like the Angels' chances, this is another division. The Rangers are the clear favorites if their starting pitching stays healthy because their offense is so dynamic. If their starting pitching stays healthy, I think they're going to run away with the AL West. The Astros, Mariners, you could flip them 2 and 3, but right now I'm going to go Astros slight favorite over the Mariners. Same thing with the Angels, 2, 3, 4. I think could be interchangeable based on how their starting pitching performs, like in Anaheim and Houston, but how their offense might, or their starting pitching might carry them in Seattle. And Oakland, yeah, they've added some stuff, but I still just don't think they're in this conversation. All right, NL East, I like the Mets. I like the Phillies, and I like the Braves. Right now, I'm going to take the Mets winning the division, Phillies in 2nd, Braves in 3rd. But if Acuna stays healthy, the Braves pitching is good. The Braves could usually win this division. Same thing with the Phillies. If their offense is really good, you know what I mean? It's just, this is such a tight division outside of the Nationals and the Marlins, who I think are at the bottom for sure, especially the Marlins. Nationals might take a nice step forward, but at the end of the day, it's Mets, Phillies, Braves, and this is the order I'm going to put them in for my prediction for 2025. All right, NL Central. As you know, I picked the Reds. I like the Reds starting pitching. I like their young players. I think they're good, but the Cubs could definitely push them. I have the Cubs in a close 2nd right now, but they, easily with their pitching and their offense and Kyle Tucker, but I still think they need another bat. I think they should have signed Bregman. I think that would have helped them a lot. I think they're a bat short of winning the division, but you never know. The Brewers could do the same. The Brewers could win too. This is just like the AL Central outside of the Pirates and possibly the Cardinals. I just think it's a 3-team race. If the Cardinals young kids take a step forward and they actually let the younger pitchers start and pitch a little more, maybe they could make some noise. But right now, I think it's the Reds, Cubs division, Brewers in 3rd, Cardinals, and then Pirates. In the NL West, there's no other answer but the Dodgers. If anybody picks anybody else but the Dodgers, they're not an expert. They're not a god. They're not anything. They're just throwing darts at a wall. The Dodgers are the overwhelming favorite. I think their over-under for wins is like 105 or something crazy, maybe even more. I don't know. But the D-backs are great. The Padres are great. I think those 2 teams will battle it out for 2nd and 3rd. Giants in 4th. And then after that, it's the terrible, terrible, no direction having Rockies. Sorry, Rocky fans. They're just bad. And, I just don't think the Giants have enough to hang with those first 3 teams. We get into the American League MVP and my top 3. I'm going to go Bobby Witt this year for MVP. I know Aaron Judge is probably always the sexy choice, but I'm going to take Bobby Witt. He was amazing last year, and I think he's just going to get even better every year. I think he's arguably the best overall baseball player right now in Major League Baseball. So I'm going to take Bobby Witt Aaron Judge at 2, it's kind of a safe-ish pick. And then the most underrated player, in my opinion, Jose Ramirez, I'm going to grab him at 3. If the Guardians do anything this year, it's going to be because this dude is leading the team to the division. But I really, really like Bobby Witt a lot. All right, my National League MVP top 3. This is probably a way out there pick. Maybe. I don't know. I really like the Diamondback slot, and I think their best player, hands down, is Corbin Carroll. I'm going to take Corbin Carroll as a surprise MVP pick here. Shohei Ohtani at 2, probably everybody's favorite every year going into it. And my dude, Bryce Harper at 3. I wouldn't rule out Bryce Harper winning it if the Phillies win the division. I also wouldn't, want the National League's loaded. The Dodgers are loaded. They got Mookie, Freddie Freeman, Shohei. So many people that could win the award. Bryce Harper, the Phillies, but I don't know. I'm just feeling Corbin Carroll's going to have that, put it together a whole year this year, stolen bases, everything. And I'm going to take Corbin Carroll for the National League MVP. All right, American League Cy Young, my top 3. This is probably, some might call it a lazy pick, but I'm sorry. The best pitcher in baseball is Tariq Skubal. He won it last year. I think he's going to repeat this year. But there is somebody that could push him, and that's Logan Gilbert. I think Logan Gilbert is going to be very good in that Seattle rotation. They are loaded, though, with Woo and everybody else there. So he could push Skubal, but I think Skubal's hands down the best starting pitcher in baseball. If he stays healthy, I think he repeats. And I'll take Garrett Cole in the 3rd slot there. But, yeah, Tariq Skubal, easy pick for me. National League Cy Young, going Paul Skeens. Probably the heavy favorite this year in the National League. If he stays healthy, he's right there with Skubal dominant-wise. He might even put up a better year this year. And he was really good last year. He's got to go deeper into some games maybe. But Paul Skeens all day, every day is my NL Cy Young. I'm going to take Sonny Gray. I don't know, that might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think he's going to have a bounce back from an okay season last year in St. Louis, and I think he's going to push for this award this year. And Zach Wheeler, I'll take him 3rd. I know Sonny Gray's probably a hot take, and people are going to be like, you're just being a homer, but I'm not. Sonny Gray, if you look at his historically, it seems like every other year he puts up insane numbers, so this is that year. My American League Rookie of the Year top 3, as you know, I already said Jason Dominguez in the Yankees video was my favorite to win it this year. I think he's going to get everyday playing time in New York, and he's an absolute monster. He's a freak. He's an alien, whatever you want to call him. Jason Dominguez is going to be bashing in New York. Roman Anthony, I think, has a chance to make the team in Boston out of spring training, and he is another big-time bat. And if he makes it to the lineup there in Boston, he could push Dominguez for the award. And then there's Kobe Mayo in Baltimore. All 3 of these dudes, you can make an argument for winning this award. I'm just going to take Dominguez, though. But I really love Rome Anthony and Kobe Mayo. National League is a little more difficult. Maybe not at the top. I think Dylan Cruz probably going to run away with this. Maybe. I don't know. It just depends. Now, if Matt Shaw if he wins the job in Chicago and is the 3rd baseman and Turner isn't starting the season at 3rd base, then Matt Shaw has a chance to win with his bat because he's got a crazy bat. And then there's Andrew Painter in Philadelphia. Now, if he gets the ball every 5th day and he is in that rotation, if he stays healthy, it could be anybody's game for this top 3. But right now, I'm going to take Dylan Cruz in Washington, Matt Shaw, Chicago in 2nd, and Andrew Painter in Philly in 3rd. But they could be interchangeable. I like both sets of rookies. American League, National League. This is going to be a big year for rookies. National League Manager of the Year. This one's difficult. I'm going to take Terry Francona in Cincinnati. First-year Cincinnati manager, long-time manager, though. I think he's going to be the difference in Cincinnati winning the division over the Cubs. I have Craig Counsell in 2nd. The Cubs manager, I think they're going to have a bounce-back year. I think Cubs fans weren't very happy with the first year there, and they were like, we paid this guy all this money, blah, blah, blah. But I honestly think the Cubs will have a bounce-back year, and he'll be right there. And then Torey Lovello in Arizona, number 3. There's so many great managers in the National League, though. I didn't even look to see who Vegas has for the favorite, but this is my favorite for the National League. American League Managers of the Year top 3. I'm going to take Alex Cora in Boston. I just think Boston is going to be really good this year. I like what they did with the lineup, the pitching, and everything, and I think they're ready to take a step into the postseason again this year. And Alex Cora will be the leader of that. I like AJ Hinch in Detroit a lot. to win the division. If they win the division, I think he's going to get a lot of respect. And then Ron Washington, if Anaheim does make any noise at all this year, and they do push for a playoff spot, Ron Washington's going to get a ton of love from the writers and the voters. So I'm going to go Alex Cora, AJ Hinch, Ron Washington. All right, the last two awards this year, the American League Comeback Player of the Year and the National League Comeback Player of the Year. I'm going to give two choices here. For the American League, Tampa Bay, Shane McClanahan. I think he's probably the odds-on favorite for this award. Again, if he can stay healthy and come back strong. But Jake DeGrom, you know, we say this every year, if he stays healthy, if he stays healthy, if he stays healthy. Well, these two guys are at easily the top two choices for the American League, but I'll take Shane over Jacob for Comeback Player of the Year. National League Comeback Player of the Year, the last award here. This is easy. Ronald Acuna, if he's healthy, if he plays all year, easily the Comeback Player of the Year. But Trey Turner could be sneaky too. He would technically be up for this award. So as a, you know, having to put a second answer there, I'll give Trey Turner. But easily to me, the betting money, the easy money is on Ronald Acuna to be the Comeback Player of the Year in the National League in 2025. So that's the video of my 2025 predictions. Oh, wait, we didn't do something, did we? We didn't do World Series and playoff predictions. Oh, man, we should probably sneak that in, shouldn't we? Yeah, you thought I was done. All right, so in the American League, my final four. I got the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Tigers, and the Rangers. And then I got the Rangers, the Yankees moving on, the Yankees going to the World Series in the American League. And in the National League, I got the Mets, I got the Braves, I got the Dodgers, and I got the Diamondbacks. I got the Dodgers versus the Braves, with the Dodgers going to the World Series. And my World Series, Yankees over the Dodgers in 7 amazing games in October and probably early November. So that's the video now. Let me know in the comments section below what you think. If I nailed some of these predictions, if I'm way off, let me know your favorites in specific categories that you might have. If you disagree with some picks, let me know who your World Series winner is this year. I would love to hear it. Any and all feedback, any and all comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Leave a thumbs up on the video also if you enjoyed it. And if you're new here, hi, Big Old Buck. I stream on Twitch, YouTube, do uploads here on YouTube every day, and all my social medias are in the description of the video below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going for 1,600 subscribers. We picked up over 100 already in, 2 weeks of uploads so far, so that's pretty nuts. I appreciate all the support, and I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, you can catch me right here, same Buck time, same Buck channel.